Hey guys! Today's video is going to be a little hands-on experience with a device that's making some serious waves, the ANBERNIC RG35XXSP. This budget-friendly clamshell emulator is definitely the talk of the town. I had quite the experience with ROG Ally, so my need for these compact emulator consoles from brands like ANBERNIC and Powkiddy has significantly diminished. The ROG Ally effortlessly handles most PS2 games and beyond. But yet, despite having this powerhouse, I couldn't resist picking up the ANBERNIC RG35XXSP, and let me tell you, it was worth every penny. My expectations are clearly high, and the RG35XXSP definitely does not disappoint. I'm particularly fond of the clamshell design, and this device is a delightful nod to the iconic GBA SP, albeit slightly bulkier and heavier. The screen flips up with a satisfying click, and it fits comfortably in my larger hands, with every button easily accessible. Alright, let's check out ANBERNIC's finest offerings. Design and build quality. Honestly, first impressions matter, and the ANBERNIC RG35XXSP doesn't disappoint in this department. We're well aware that the design is a clear homage to the Game Boy Advance SP, and that's a given. You guys might remember that beloved handheld from the early 2000s. This nostalgia-inducing form factor is not just about looks, it's about functionality too. I think the clamshell design is both practical and protective, keeping the screen safe from scratches when closed. The device is constructed from high-quality plastic, which gives it a sturdy feel. It's slightly thicker and heavier than the original GBA SP, which adds to its durability. The hinge, a critical component in any clamshell design, feels robust and reliable. Unlike the Go Retroid Pocket Flip, which had issues with bending under light pressure, the hinge on this ANBERNIC handheld feels like it could withstand regular use without any problems. It can swivel back 180 degrees, allowing the screen to rest against the back shell, further enhancing its durability. The clamshell also features small magnets that help keep it shut. When you close the device during a game, it automatically goes to sleep, conserving battery life. However, waking it up can be a bit tricky. I think the device seems to require a quick opening motion to register that it's being opened. If you open it slowly, it might not wake up, which can be annoying. This is likely due to how the device reads the current through the magnets, and it's something that could use a bit of refinement. Ports and connectivity. On the sides of the RG35XXSP, you'll find a well-placed headphone jack, an on-off button, a reset button, and battery LED indicators similar to those on the original GBA SP. The device also features dual SD card slots, a USB-C port, and a mini HDMI port. The inclusion of a mini HDMI port is a pleasant surprise. It allows you to connect the handheld to a larger display and play your games on a bigger screen, which is great for those who enjoy occasional big screen gaming. Pairing a Bluetooth controller with the device is straightforward thanks to its Bluetooth capabilities. The shoulder buttons on the back of the device are small and resemble those on the GBA SP. They are comfortable to use, but they can be quite noisy when the device is shaken. Additionally, I found that the R2, L2 buttons required a firmer press to register. This wasn't a major issue for me, as I don't often use these buttons, but it's something that should have been caught during quality control. Display and controls. The RG35XXSP has a 3.5 IPS display with a resolution of 640 by 480. I have no complaints with the vibrant colors and excellent viewing angles. This is the same screen used in the RG35XX 2024 model. And it's a fantastic display for a device at this price point. The brightness range is impressive, and the minimal bezels contribute to a sleek and modern look. If you have a transparent version of the handheld, you can customize the back shell of the screen with your own graphics, adding a personal touch to your device. The D-pad is designed to mimic the one on the GBA SP. It has good travel and feels sturdy, though I do miss the chunkier D-pad found on other ANBERNIC devices. The action buttons are high quality with a satisfying soft click when pressed. They sit high out of the shell and have a medium amount of travel, making them responsive and comfortable to use. The Start, Select, Menu, Reset, On-Off, and Volume buttons are also well designed with a nice tactile feel. Operating system. Turning on the RG35XXSP, you're greeted with ANBERNIC's straightforward and user-friendly OS. While it's not the most visually appealing, it's functional and easy to navigate. Games are displayed with nice artwork above their names, and accessing settings is simple. Given the device's $65 price tag, the OS is adequate, though it could use some polish to make it more visually appealing. One notable absence in the preloaded games is the lack of big Nintendo titles like Pokémon, Zelda, or Super Mario. This might be due to Nintendo's aggressive legal actions against ROM distribution. However, the absence of these popular titles is a bit disappointing, as they are often a major draw for retro gaming enthusiasts. Emulation Quality. The emulation performance on this handheld varies across different platforms. NES, SNES, and Mega Drive games run flawlessly, as expected. The menu button allows you to save, load, and change settings easily, which is great for newcomers to emulation. However, emulation performance for Game Boy Color games was disappointing. The issues seemed to stem from the overlay, and I realized I wasn't using RetroArch but rather the Game Rooms section of the OS. Emulation through Game Room was subpar, with significant performance issues. Using RetroArch instead provided a much better experience with smoother gameplay and fewer issues. It's odd that ANBERNIC hasn't addressed this disparity in performance between the two emulation methods, and it's something that could confuse new users. Gameplay experience. I gotta be honest, this one excels at emulating Game Boy Advance games. The device adds a GBA border to the screen, enhancing the overall aesthetic and making the experience feel more authentic. The display is even better than my modded GBA SP, which is high praise. Games that use a 4:3 screen ratio are particularly enjoyable on this device. While the 3.5-inch display might be a bit small for N64 and Dreamcast emulation, the device handles these consoles surprisingly well. Playing Wave Racer and Crazy Taxi was a lot of fun, even if I had to map buttons due to the lack of analog sticks. However, the RG35XXSP struggles with more demanding emulation. Games like God of War on PSP show significant frame rate drops and audio issues, making them almost unplayable. This is as far as the device can go in terms of emulation, which is still impressive for a $65 handheld. The small text and 16:9 ratio make PSP games uncomfortable to play, so I didn't spend much time on them. I think I'm better off playing Game Boy Advance, PS1, and the occasional Dreamcast titles. The form factor is perfect for portable gaming, the screen is excellent, and the sleep-wake function, which is when it works, is very convenient. Overall opinion. So, what do I think of this ANBERNIC device? Well, it offers a solid performance and impressive battery life, lasting up to 7.5 hours on a single charge. That's a necessity for someone like me. The loudspeakers do provide good sound quality, and ANBERNIC has done a commendable job with their first clamshell device, creating something that will please many retro gamers. However, there are some minor bugs that cannot be overlooked. The sleep-wake function is inconsistent, load times between games are long, and the game room emulation performance is poor. These issues could have been addressed during quality control, but ANBERNIC launched the device anyway, likely to focus on their next project. Emulation performance varies, with NES, SNES, and Mega Drive games running smoothly, while Game Boy Color and PSP games face challenges. Despite these shortcomings, the RG35XXSP is an incredible retro handheld for $65. It's one of ANBERNIC's best products this year and will likely be a strong contender for the best retro handhelds list of 2024. Whether you're a seasoned retro gamer or new to the scene, this little retro handheld offers a lot of value for its price. It's compact, versatile, and performs well enough to justify its cost. While there's room for improvement, it's a great entry into the world of retro handhelds. And if you're looking for a retro handheld that combines nostalgia with practicality, the RG35XXSP is definitely worth considering. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment down below letting us know your thoughts, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more awesome content like this. See you in the next one.